as we move further and further away from September 11, 2001, as we remain safe during that period, there are going to be increasing number of people who either don't see the threat as clearly, or their psychological makeup is going to want them to wish it away.
It is definitely here. I don't want to overstate the problem, but there is a danger of understating the problem of homegrown Islamist terrorism. And the fact is, we have now had a series of cases that have thankfully been broken.
Yes, 7 people have been arrested in the Miami area. Officials say the plotters were in the early stages of planning an attack on the Sears Tower in Chicago.
They hoped for their attacks to be, quote, just as good or greater than 9/11.
Police arrested 6 men and charged them with planning to attack the Fort Dix Army base.
This is a new kind of terrorism. It is not only coming from outside the United States in, but it is also growing inside our own country.
Time magazine says Al-Qaeda was planning a cyanide attack, which could have killed thousands.
From what I last heard, the U.S. government has stopped over 31 attacks against the U.S. since 9/11.
These homegrown terrorists may prove to be as dangerous as groups like Al-Qaeda, if not more so.
You've seen the Torrance, California case where they were in the operational stages of completing planning to attack U.S. military recruiting stations and then conduct a massacre at a synagogue in West Los Angeles. They were 60 days from their target date, and really all they had left to do was to start killing.
Make no mistake about it. We dodged a bullet here. Perhaps many bullets.
Within a few months of that, you saw the plot to attack the PATH trains that run under the streets of New York City.
A terrorist plot in the early stages has been broken up. It was allegedly a plot to blow up one of the commuter railway tunnels running from New Jersey to New York under the Hudson River.
The thinking within that conspiracy that they would actually be able to collapse the tunnels, flood part of lower Manhattan. Within the same time period, of course, you have in Great Britain the 7/7 bombing, the 7/21 bombing, and the British planes plot, which was to blow up a dozen airliners over Atlantic routes with American passengers headed for the United States.
The intelligence suggested that this was to be achieved by means of concealed explosive devices smuggled onto the aircraft in hand baggage.
This was intended to be mass murder on an unimaginable scale.
If all of these attacks were prevented, and you walk away saying that somehow the threat has passed, we're no longer in danger, I'd like to look at the analytical tool you're using. The threat is certainly there.